So, good evening, good evening. The voice of rats is back again, joined by Master Splinter in the cut. Man's fully on Tapas Pulis's Barmy Army train, and we're going to get into another stream. It's Stream City, Stream Central. The Stream King is back, and I will be back again a little bit later on tonight. I'm going to do an England watch along. The Grand Dam, at the Grand Dam on Twitter. Go and follow him if you don't already. He's going to be joining me for the watch along. Which will be good. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I don't like England. I don't watch England football. But I must say, I kind of enjoyed doing the watch-along the other night. So I'm going to do another one tonight. So make sure you come and check that out. I'll be going live about half hour before kick-off. So make sure you check it out. But before I get into talking about Squadron Mustafi to Barcelona, Jesus Christ, make sure, if you haven't followed me on Flick, if you want to be in with a shout to win a signed and framed Patrick VIEIRA shirt, make sure you download Flick. It's free to download. Go to the VIEIRA chat, the giveaway, bottom right hand corner, you'll see an animated animal there. Click on it and put 2 of the emotes that pop up into the chat, and you're qualified. Winner is announced on the 1st of December. So good luck with that. And we're going to fully be doing, like I said, a watch along for the most fraudulent manager in world football. No, it's not Tapas Pulis, it is Gareth Southgate. But we are going to speak about Squadron Mustafi, and breaking news, out of all of the teams that could possibly be linked to Squadron Mustafi, it's Barcelona, which just kind of shows you how far Barcelona are slipping at the moment. They've not had a great start to the season, a bit of an indifferent start, but they have actually only got 3 recognisable centre-backs. 2 of them probably done and dusted now, and that is Gerard Piqué. Although he's still a good centre-back, it's not prime Gerard Piqué. It's coming towards the end of his career, aging footballer Gerard Piqué. They've then obviously got Samuel Titi. Titi. We like Titi. And then they've obviously got Lenglet. Other than that, they haven't really got any recognisable centre-backs. So this isn't as stupid as it actually sounds. And they are on a budget, Barcelona. We see in the summer that they were struggling to go and sign Depay. They were struggling to even put a bid in for Aubameyang. They're not flush with money right now, and they're a bit of a mess, Barcelona. They've got the presidential election coming up soon, I think. That club's in a little bit of turmoil, and obviously they're in Madrid's shadow right now as well. I can see all you guys spamming my chat as well. RIP Ray Clements. Sad news, man. Proper sad news. One of the greats of the game. RIP. I've forgotten his name. I'll think of it. I'll think of it. There's somebody else who passed away today. Des O'Connor. There we go. I got there. RIP to Des O'Connor. I remember watching Des O'Connor loads when I was little growing up. My mum and dad used to have that on all the time, man. But yeah, RIP to both of them, man. Sad times. Sad times. It makes you appreciate life a little bit more, doesn't it? It makes you realise that all this bickering and arguing that everyone does on social media is just a load of bollocks, really, isn't it? So there we go. But like I said, Barcelona are in a bit of turmoil right now, and they're not flush with cash, which means that they're going to have to go for the budget basement kind of signing in January. They do need another centre-back. I think that's pretty evident. Mustafi's down to 6 months on his contract by January. So they could probably pick him up for about 3 million quid, 2, 3, 4 million. Maybe if we're lucky, we could get 5. But it means we get him off the books. Maybe that is why he rejected the contract, because he was offered a new contract about a week or 2 ago, apparently, by the club. And he apparently rejected it. So maybe he knew of Barcelona's interest. Maybe this story does have weight behind it. Maybe it is actually something that could happen. And listen, people will sit there and they'll say, oh, yeah, but why do they want Mustafi? Well, listen, they've got a guy out front called Braithwaite. Come on. They make some weird signings at time, Barcelona. And I wouldn't put it past him signing Squadron Mustafi. I think, like, listen, he's surplus to requirements at Arsenal. I think that's pretty evident. He's hardly getting any game time. He's hardly featuring at all. And the fact that he was benched the other day for an unfit Rob Holding kind of sums up where he is in his Arsenal career. It's done. It's dusted. It's coming to the end. And if we can get a couple of million quid, get him off the wage bill, he's on 100 grand a week, which is just scandalous. This guy, from the day that we signed him to the day he finally leaves at the end of his contract, if he went the full term, has cost us over £50 million. That is obscene. So when people sit there and say, oh, but we need to get Kroenke to get his checkbook out. Well, he did. 50 million quid for Mustafi, all in all with wages and stuff like that. So listen, if we can get him off the wage bill, 100 grand a week off the wages is fantastic. That can go towards something else. It also gets a player off the books, which means that we can then free up another squad place, because we're not going to go and do any signings this summer unless we get players out, because our squad, we've already got too many players, hence why Ozil and Socrates are not in the squads for games. So we do need to get rid of at least 3 players this January, if we're to then go and sign a player. It would help if we could get him off the books, like I said, 3 million quid, 4 million, whatever it may be, plus 100 grand a week off the wage bill. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's £5 million a year. Yes, he's only got 6 months yet left, so it's about 2.6 million pound in wages that we'd save, plus the fee that we could get. That's 5 million quid that could go towards a player in January if we can get rid of other players. Another player who's been linked with a move as well is Lacazette. We know that he was linked to Leverkusen, and that fell through on deadline day. Apparently his wage demands were way too much. And that sums up what we're doing as a football club. Overpaying, bang average rubbish. Lacazette, I've seen so many different reports on how much money he's on. Reports go from 130 to 190 grand a week. I'm just going to cut it straight down the middle and say 160. But he has got to be one of the worst free signings we've ever signed or ever seen in the Premier League. He's been absolutely rubbish since he's been here. And for the size of the geezer, you know, with the reputation that he came with, oh, he was in Bundesliga team of the season. Yeah, well done, mate. Just goes to show how poor that league is. Because I watched a bit of Bundesliga when we came back to football in June. And let's be real, from 5th down, the rest of them are rubbish. Absolutely cack. And he wouldn't get in many teams in the Premier League, let alone getting in our team. So it's a scandal that he even plays games for us, to be honest with you. And he shouldn't be. He genuinely shouldn't be. Hello, Stoke Newington Police Day. That was funny, wasn't it? That was proper funny. If anybody didn't see that, I was on Claude's show at about 2 o'clock this morning, my time. And he keeps getting these dodgy phone calls. So we pretended I was Stoke Newington Police. Oh, good evening, Stoke Newington Police Station here. How can I help you, sir? Speaking of Claude, make sure you go and subscribe to him if you haven't already. I am going to be doing his morning show tomorrow. Make sure you come and check that out, because I'm going head to head with Terry, who's one of the bansters on his channel, and he's Arteta in. Obviously, as you know, we're all rats for wanting Arteta out. So this rat is going head to head with Terry, and I'm looking forward to it. Actually, it's a different one to when I did a in-out shake it all about on Terry's channel. Football Terrace, because this guy actually knows his stuff. This guy actually knows Arsenal Football Club. So, and listen, he's passionate about his club. I understand why he wants him in, but you know how I come in debates. I'm not going to be rude to him. Of course, I'm not going to go down that route. I wouldn't do that. It's one of my friend's channel members. So yeah, I'm not going to go down there effing and blinding and screaming and shouting and calling names and all that. I'm just going to hit people with facts, and facts don't lie. People do. But there you go. But another player, very quickly. Thank you for that, Daniel, as well. Appreciate that, buddy. Another player that is linked with a move in January. I've only seen this in some off-key French media outlet, and that is Lacazette linked to Inter Milan. Yeah, now, I'm not sure whether it's actually true, because like I said, I can't even find the article again. It popped up earlier on, and I've tried searching for it ever since, and I can't find it. But they were saying that he's linked with a move in January to Inter Milan. Now, a story broke the other day suggesting that Roma had put in a substantial bid for him in the last couple of days of the transfer window, and we rejected it. Now, listen, I used to really rate Lacazette. First season under Emery, I thought he was superb. He got player of the season. He was brilliant. He was running his socks off. He was scoring goals. He looked a bit more stronger. Right? He looks a bit more physical. Now, when I see him, he just looks like he's lost. He looks like, I don't know whether he's just like not in love with us, like don't want to be here, his head's somewhere else. I don't know whether he's got off-field issues. I don't know about any of that. But whenever I see him, I just look at him and I just think, you really can't be bothered, mate. That's how it comes across. Listen, he's obviously not going out there not to try. but that's how his body language comes across, his facial expressions. Like in the first minute of a game, you can tell whether he's dropping a 0 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, you know, just by looking at his face. When he's, you know he's dropping zeros. He's been doing that for weeks. But at the same time, it must upset him, the fact that he started the first 3 games of the season, scored in all 3 of them, and then was benched. Yeah, before international break when he was benched against Sheffield United. So I don't really understand what's gone on with him, because he was superb under Emery that first season, and since then he's just looked like a completely lost footballer. Big up Zane, hope you're well, buddy. Thank you, man. I see you said last night you subscribed to the channel, so thank you, mate. Appreciate that. We should have swapped Mustafi for Luis Suarez before he left. Do you know what, Luis Suarez? And thank you for your donation, man. Very generous. Thank you. Luis Suarez is Barcelona's 3rd all-time top goal scorer. I find it staggering that they let him leave. Yeah, and he was crying when he left. We see him driving out the ground, crying, tears down his face. He's gone to Atletico Madrid and he scored, I think, 5 in 6. He's been brilliant. Absolute baller. Yes, he's getting on a bit. Yes, he's in his 30s. He's the wrong kind of age to kick on, but he can still offer something for the next year or two, definitely. And yeah, maybe we could have done something with that. I love Luis Suarez, man. I think that's the kind of fuckery levels we need at our club. We need a couple of horrible bastards that are going to stick it on you, and they're going to do everything in their power to win a football match, whether that means biting someone, whether that means, I don't condone biting, whether that means diving. I don't particularly condone diving, but everyone else does it, so why not join in? You know, so yeah, that could have been something we've done. But like I said, just very quickly to come back on that Mustafi point, this isn't as stupid as it sounds. Like I said, they've got 3 centre-backs. 2 of them are pretty much done out here, Samuel Umtiti and Gerard Piqué. So all they've got is 1 proper recognised centre-back, which is Lenglet. So maybe they could go and get him. Maybe they could. And listen, it makes sense for both parties. They need another centre-back and we need to get rid of him. So if we can get rid of him for a few quid, get him off the wage bill, I think that's fantastic business. Obviously, we're not going to know until the window opens, but I wouldn't be surprised if he left for Barcelona. I've seen Barcelona sign Braithwaite before. I've seen them sign some other off-key players down the years, thinking like, really? You signed him? So yeah, no wonder Messi wants to leave, because that club is a mess. But there we go. Rats bite people. Well, we are the voice of rats, my friend. Big up Buds on Twitch. My guy, hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're good. Don't forget, there is 700 people watching this live. Thank you for the mad love as always, right? Don't forget, I am going to be doing an England watch along. If you don't follow Dammy at the Grand Dam on Twitter, make sure you go and follow him. He's going to be seeing, you'll be seeing a lot of him on this channel. He's a Chelsea fan. He did the Chelsea watch along the other day on the channel, and we had a conversation last night. He's going to jump on the watch along tonight. We're going to get some more shows going down the road with him as well. So make sure you give him some love. And man's invested in a green screen. He's got graphics being sorted as well. He's proper on it as well. Really rate his dedication to it as well. So big up to him and big up to you guys, because you gave him mad love. I weren't even on the stream. Yeah. And you guys were just showing him mad love on that stream. And being a Chelsea fan, predominantly an Arsenal channel, I rate that. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it, man. And yeah, and big up, but you know what's funny as well? Big up all of you, right? Because when I say, oh, so-and-so's live, go and spam their chat, I swear down. It's just, League Gunner sent me, League Gunner sent me, League Gunner sent me, League Gunner sent me, for about 10 minutes straight in chats. You lot are real ones. If we'd got Suarez, Arteta would have played him at right wing. He has actually played right wing before. I'd rather see him up front. Yeah, I think that ship sailed, unfortunately, mate. We should have had him when we did the 40 million and one. It still pains me. Do you know what? That particular transfer for me is up there with not getting N'Golo Kante. And every time I look at Granit Xhaka, I just think that should have been Kante. Yeah, and if we had got both of them, oh my God, Jesus Christ, we could have potentially won league titles. But there we go. Dammy is legit. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I do appreciate all the love. Make sure you keep smashing the likes out. Wifey's in the building. Big up my wifey. Wifey for lifey. And I think the best attack ever was Neymar, Messi, Suarez. Don't think we'll ever see an attack like that again. Do you know what, right? I don't particularly rate Neymar as highly as a lot of people, but I can't lie. That MSN attack, jokes, absolute jokes. They were just taking souls every week, man. It was just mad, absolutely mad. And the thing is, if you was an opposition team going up against that, you've lost the game before you've even walked on the pitch. because in the back of your head as a defender or a midfielder, yeah, you're thinking, well, if we stop Messi, great. So they used to double and treble up on Messi, which then left Suarez. If you got both of them, out of nowhere, Neymar come. If they were a joy to watch, mate, I can't lie. They were superb, man. That was when Barcelona were just slapping teams, man. Did Fabregas play with all three of them? I think he was in the team with all of them for a little while, wasn't he? No, what am I chatting about? That's way too late. Maybe he did. Maybe he was at the back end of his Barca career. I don't know. Possibly. But thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Literally just noticed your co-host standing beside you. I was mid-sip on my water. Now I need to change my shirt. Listen, man, we don't take ourselves seriously on this channel. We just have a laugh with it. I'm passionate about the club. We just have a laugh, man. This channel is made by you guys, and I'll always rate you for building this up. It's nearly on 50k subs, man, which is relentless. It's not even 2 years old, this channel. So from somebody who started from scratch after having another channel, starting from scratch on this one, and built it up to nearly 50k, you lot are mad. I appreciate that every day when I wake up, man. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, when I log on to my analytics page every day, I check it every morning when I wake up, and I just sit there and I think, wow, we're getting 50 subs last night. Like, why do people keep watching me? Like, it still baffles me as to why you lot watch me. I know I'm kind of funny, but yeah, make sure you're not spitting water out. You can't waste valuable water, mate. But thanks for that, bro. You lot are crazy, I swear. Big up another real one in the building. My guy, Neftali. Mustafi, I'm not even going to pronounce that guy's name, bruv. How do I even say that name? Puig? I've butchered it. Or Elena over Lil Puig. Bruv, I don't know who they are. I can't even lie. I don't even know who them people are, mate. I don't know who that is. Love though, man. Lord Southgate masterclass against my beloved Ireland. It was a masterclass, I can't lie. I actually enjoyed watching that England game. And I don't particularly like watching England or international football. But yeah, that made me go, do you know what? Let's go and do another one tonight. Let's do the Belgium game tonight. So I'll be on that watch along about half hour before kickoff. And I'm looking forward to it, actually, because we beat them last time. We got very lucky. But we did beat them last time. And hopefully we can beat them again. No, tonight, darling, it's going to be Grand Dam, the Chelsea boy who comes on the show. So he's going to be on tonight. And yeah, should be good. Should be good. Swap for Titty. Do you know what? I've seen a few of you in the chat saying a swap for Titty. Do you know what I find mad, right? Is this Samuel Umtiti? I like him. I think he's a great player, yeah? Problem with him is he's extremely injury prone. And I think that when you play for Barcelona and you're injury prone, there's an issue. Because if you come to the Premier League, it's a more intense league up against more competitive teams every week. In Barcelona, they dominate possession 9 times out of 10. They'll win the majority of their games. And it's a surprise if ever they lose a game, unless it's against Madrid, perhaps, or Atletico, the top 2 teams around them. But if he came to the Premier League with the injury record that he's got, in a team like us, for example, that don't dominate possession at the moment, that do come up against real tough opponents week in, week out, even teams down the bottom. We see this with Sheffield United the other week. When we played Sheffield United, that was not an easy game, and they hadn't scored a goal all season. You know, it took us a long, long time to break them down. And then they scored. Banger as well. What a screamer it was. Leno had no hope with that. But that's the difference between our league and most of the other leagues in the world. The bottom team can always give the top team a fight. At Barcelona, City is just strolling half the time. If he comes to the Premier League, I think he'd be ruined. I think the Premier League would be too much for him. But top player, top player. Big up my guy. You're Spaniol. Perfecto. Your jokes. I see MSN at the Emirates. Fucking bruv. Listen. It's madness, bruv. I don't think I've seen Neymar. I don't think I've ever seen Neymar live. I've seen Suarez live. I've seen Messi live, obviously, but I don't think I've ever seen Neymar live. If I have, I can't remember. I genuinely don't think I've seen him live. But as you guys know, I do rate Mahrez best. You guys cuss me every time I say it. But what can you do? What can you do? There's not a lot you can do, is there? Mahrez, baby. That's my guy. Mahrez is the real one. Real one. We won't be here. He is. I knew he'd pop up in the chat. As soon as you see Barcelona in the title, I knew you'd come, bruv. I see your tweet the other day about your presidential election. Your club's a mess right now. Do you know that? We won't be making any signings this January. We don't have a permanent board and won't until January. Well, this is the thing. Like I said, Messi kind of got his own way in the end, but it's sad seeing how Barcelona are going. You couldn't even afford to buy Depay in the summer. Happy Sunday, by the way. We're on the Cruz Campos, and I'm going to order some food in a minute. There's a lovely place around the corner from here that sell these big, like, wraps, but they're real chunky wraps. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like burrito, they're fucking huge, and yeah, very nice. Comes with nice chips. I'll order a pizza with it as well, and we're banging a pizza in the fridge for tomorrow. For lunch, and hopefully I'll close my fridge door tonight because I didn't close my fridge door the other night and went to bed, and the pizza box was soaking wet with the condensation of all the dripping, and then yeah, my pizza went soggy, so I had to bin it. But there we go. But yeah, man, Barcelona are pretty shafted, to be honest. Big up Tony Flowers. It says, Arsenal fans love talking about Arsenal. You give them a chance 3 times a day, which is more than 90% of the other channels out there. What a lovely comment, mate. Thank you very much. And listen, I love interacting, mate. I love interacting with you guys on it, because I appreciate, without you lot, I ain't got a channel. And if I have, I ain't got no one watching it. So why wouldn't I interact? You know, since I've had this channel, that's what I've been doing. Live stream, interact, get you guys comments in. What about Danny Ings? Yes, Danny Ings. Danny Inzaghi, as Expressions calls him. Big up Expressions as well. Danny Inzaghi. Do you know what? I think that the best thing for Danny Ings that he's done in his career was leave Liverpool. Yeah, because I think if he had stayed at Liverpool, yes, he might have got in the team every now and again. Yes, he could have stayed and won things. But at the end of the day, it's about playing football, and he weren't really doing that. Yes, he could have, like I said, got a title if he had stayed, or a Champions League medal. Well done to Danny Ings. And you know what? He's not playing in the best team in the league, is he? And he is absolutely smashing it. How much would he cost? How much do you think he'd cost? Do you think he'd cost more than 40? I think he probably would right now. I know he's getting on a bit in terms of age. How old is he? He's 28? Let me have a look. Let's see how old Danny Ings is. Danny Inzaghi. Let's have a look. Here you go. 28. 23rd of July, 92. Jesus Christ. He's 10 years younger than me. What I'd do to be 28 again, eh? But thanks for that, bud. Appreciate it, man. Mad love, bud. Thank you very much. You're deluded if you don't rate Neymar. I didn't say I don't rate him. I just don't rate him as highly as and the reason I say this, I'm going to say this again. People always cuss me when I say this. Yeah, if you took Suarez out of Leicester and put him in that MSN and took Neymar out, would they have still done the treble? Probably. If you put Neymar in Leicester's team, would they have won the league? Probably not. And that's my point. And that is how good Suarez was that season, and still is now, because he is brilliant. Neymar would have got eaten alive in this league, man, which is why he's never come it. Big up Scott David. Thanks for your donation, buddy. Appreciate that. Bertrand said he'd take him Titty. Danny Ings is better than Lacazette. That ain't even a debate. That is really not even a debate. We all know he's better. Listen, there's a lot of strikers in the Premier League at the moment that are better than Lacazette, and it's a shame, really, because, like I said, he's gone from being absolutely brilliant in his first 18 months or so at Arsenal to being absolutely crap in the next 18 months. It's mad. I don't really understand how. Like, I know systems change. I know managers change. I know supporting roles up front and stuff change. I get all of that. But surely, if you're a top player, you're a top player every week. Yes, you might have one bad game, but you're a top player every week. When you see the proper cream of the crop in any league, they're consistent every week. You know, he's nowhere near consistent enough. It's a shame, really, because when he's on it, he is very good, but he ain't been on it for about a year, maybe more. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. Keep pumping the likes up. There's 840 of you watching. I do appreciate the love. Thank you very much. 200 likes. That's not good enough. Come on. Where are you? Where are you? We need a 12th man here. Let's be having you. Come on, pump the likes. Pump the likes. Like England are going to pump Belgium tonight, which would be lovely. It'd be superb. It'd be great. Super smashing great. Big up my guy as well. The Crafty Gooner. I love that name. Last time you came on the channel, I see in the comments. Crafty Gooner. What's crafty about you, bruv? Tell me. Tell me. Big up, Lee. Did you see a certain person? Yes. That's why we're having banter with it, bro. That's why we've got Master Splinter sat next to us. That's why we've got the voice of rats in the bottom. We'll be going back to normal by tomorrow, by the way. Just thought I'd have a little bit of fun this weekend. But listen, mate, people are entitled to their opinions. They can say whatever they like. Their word isn't gospel, the same as mine isn't gospel. At the end of the day, we're all football fans, Arsenal fans. So, yeah, man, everyone can have their opinion. If people get so wound up by mine, that's more of an issue for them, really, isn't it? I'm just doing what I enjoy doing, mate, talking about Arsenal every day with nearly 900 people talking back. It's great. It's fantastic. And thanks for your generous donation, mate. Love that. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Big up everyone on Twitch. I don't want to be a rat. Don't worry, we're not rats as of tomorrow. We're only rats for the weekend. Yeah, we're weekend rats. Yeah, man, it's a shame I'd get copyright if I started playing UB40. There's a rat in my kitchen. What am I gonna do? I'm going to fix. I played that on repeat when I came off my stream yesterday for about an hour. I'm not even joking. Literally an hour. But yeah, man, big up to you. Consistency is the only thing that wins you titles. Yep. Consistency and being able to defend properly. Says Fabregas or Santi Caffola. Oh, that's a toughie. I think they're kind of different style of players, but I love Cesc. I love him. What a footballer. Yeah, Santi, love you too. But if I had to pick one, I'm picking Cesc. He scores more goals. And some of his passing was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Manchego even, sorry. That cheese is banging, bruv. Yeah, they sell that in the tapas place around the corner from it. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Love it. I love cheese, man. Maybe that's because I'm a rat. Maybe it's because I'm a rat. Mustafi's going to go and run the Barca board. Do you know what? He'd probably do a better job than how they've run it over there. Like I said, and you see Koolaidluke in the chat, Barca fan, they've absolutely fucked that club. Yeah, it's mad. Such a massive institutional football club. And it's in turmoil. It's unbelievable. And that just goes to show when you have years worth of bad decisions constantly on top of each other, eventually there comes a point where it grinds to a halt. You're seeing that with Barcelona right now. You're seeing that with us as well. And Man United, three of the biggest teams in the world, and we're all in turmoil, really. You know, we've all got people in the club, or had people in the club that have run us into the ground. Hence why Barca are not great. They bottled a title last season. They fully bottled it. I know Madrid went on a 10-game winning run out of lockdown, but Barca were losing games to some off-key teams, man. And Madrid just went bang, 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 bang. 10 games straight, champions. Thank you very much. We're having your title. And that's the Zidane factor. He don't get enough respect, Zidane. He don't get enough respect. He's a decent manager. People can bang on about, oh, he did it with Ronaldo and all this and that. No, he's a good manager, mate. You don't win 3 Champions Leagues in a row and league titles if you ain't a decent manager. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Thank you for calling things the way they are. Logic has apparently left most fan channels. It's all about traction, sadly. Hashtag the logic stand. Well, thank you very much, PSY. Thank you very much. Listen, I just say what I think, mate. Like, you know, sometimes I piss people off. I don't really care. You know, at the end of the day, it's my opinion. You don't have to get upset by it. If you don't agree, put yours in the chat, you know. But yeah, I'll always say what I think. And yeah, I probably could build a channel up a bit quicker by jumping on the Arteta hype, for example. I could have done that. I could have done it with the Ozil hype. I never really rated Ozil for the last few years. And I said that. If I didn't say that and I blagged it and said that I rate Ozil and say that I rate Arteta, I'm lying to myself. And that'll come across on camera, which is why I'm never going to do that. If I believe in something, I'm saying something. And that's just me. Listen, people can do what they want, mate. It's their lives. It's their channels. I do see a lot of Arsenal channels popping up recently. Some of them are pretty decent. I'm always sat on YouTube. Always. I always check everyone. Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, all these fan channels out there, like the big ones, the little ones, the ones in between. I check everywhere. I watch a bit of everything, and I decide which ones I'm going to go back and watch again and which ones I'm not going to bother with. So yeah, man, it's all down to personal preference, I suppose. But I'll always say what I think, mate. Even if it upsets people, well, I'm here to make friends. I've got 860 friends in the chat, so I don't need any more. No, actually, I do. Come on, send them in. Send them in by hammering the like button. Right, I'm going to do 5 more comments because that's how we roll with you guys. We're giving you mad love. Then I'm going to build the thumbnail for the watch along, and then I'll set that stream up. What time's that game kick off? 8:45 my time. So I've got what, 2 hours 45 minutes. I'll be going live in about 2 hours for 15 minutes. 2 hours 15 minutes ish. Have any clubs signed up Santi's son? Santi's son's a baller. He's only about 4. Put him up front. He might do better. I'm surprised Arteta hasn't dropped Gabriel yet. He's undroppable, man. He did drop him at Anfield though, but he is undroppable. He's won Player of the Month twice, so well done to him. First 2 months in English football, and he's won our Player of the Month 2 months running. So well done to him, man. Proper defender by the looks of it. But I'm not going to get carried away. Because I've seen this with Mustafi go 20 games straight unbeaten when he first came here. So we need to wane it in a little bit, but he has looked absolutely superb since he's been here. And he's the one defender, centre-back wise, that we're not worried about when we see him on the starting 11. Like if it's Rob Holding, we're like, oh. If it's Luiz, we're like, you know, when we see Tierney or Kolasinac there, as much as I love Tierney, I've got his name and number on the back of this shirt. But as much as I love Tierney, he's not a centre-back. I know he does it for Scotland. Not for me. I don't want to see him at centre-back. I want to see him bending it like Beckham down the left wing. But thank you for that, Matic FC. Appreciate that. Lee, I think we got Arteta as Kroenke is cheap. Kroenke is very cheap. You don't become a billionaire, Zane, and you should know this better than most. I'm joking. But you don't have multi-billion-pound businesses by splashing money left, right, and centre. But at the same time, like, do you rate Arteta? I don't even know if you rate Arteta. I know you rate Arsenal and you always hype about Arsenal. I always see you in chats and everything like that. I always see that. But you actually rate Arteta? Because, listen, I don't rate him. And I do think you're right. He did get him on the cheap. I think that if we was to go and get an Allegri or a Simeone or someone like that, it's going to cost 4, 5, 6 times more a year than it is to pay Mikel Arteta. And they'd demand more money in terms of transfer fees. So yeah. Good point. Very good point. Whereabouts in Spain are you? Near Marbella. 5 minutes from Marbella. It's beautiful. I took a lovely picture. Oh, actually, I didn't even post that picture. I didn't even post that picture on my Instagram. I took a beautiful picture earlier. I don't know if you can see that. Let me show you that. No, it was sat there on my Insta ready to go. Look how beautiful the sunset was. Beautiful. And yeah, man, I didn't even post it on Insta. There we go. But anyway, a couple more and I'm going. A couple more comments and we're bouncing. Bounce. Make Splinter in a Datsun for the next member stream. Yeah. Do you know what? Maybe I should get a Datsun. I can do so much stuff with this now. Now I know how to do it. It's just finding the time. And I have got a football pitch that's going to be popping up for watch-alongs. But that is a ball ache. Yeah, because I have to do every single member of the squad with their number on the back in every single colour of shirt we have, the 3 shirts. So that's 75 individual footballers I've got to do. Yeah, that is going to take me fucking ages. So trying to find the time to do all of that. But yeah, man, I've got another scene as well where this has got Arsenal written on the back with the badges either side. I've got another scene, which I'm not going to say what it is right now, but it is fucking nice, very nice. And we can switch it up. Like I said, look, we can switch it up for all sorts of shit, bruv. Look, we can switch it all up. It's mad. Look, we can go full screen on the TV if I wanted to. I don't know how to get, that's obviously my Twitter account. I don't know how to get it so I can scroll and you can see the Twitter on that or the website I'm looking at on that. I don't know how you do that. So if anybody does, let me know. But yeah, we got loads coming, man. We got loads coming. Thank you for that, mate. Always appreciate the love, Neftali. And It all goes back in. Every single donation I've got on this channel in nearly 2 years has gone back in. Hence the new Mac, hence the new monitor, the lights, the camera, the microphone, you know, the graphics. They weren't cheap, by the way. They were not cheap. But the one thing I'll rate that graphic designer for, he never charged me a penny until he finished it, and I was happy with it. So well done to him. Everton got Ancelotti and splashed the card. It's mad. We should have the opposite managers. Yeah, we should have the opposite managers. We should have Ancelotti at Arsenal. They should have Mikel Arteta. And then maybe when Ancelotti was coming towards the end in a couple of years' time, then Arteta, if he did well at Everton, could have been pushed into the Arsenal job, which would have made perfect sense. But unfortunately, my friend Zane, football doesn't make sense. And yeah, it's kind of worrying because we're not in a good shape at the moment. We're not looking good on the pitch. Off the pitch, we're not looking so great in terms of board and owner and stuff like that. And we've got a squad of players that's too big. With January window coming up, we've got some big jobs to do in the summer window. We've got a big job to do in the January window to get rid of some of these players and free up some wages so we can actually make a charge next season. But there we go. On that bombshell, mad love to every single person who has been in the chat. I do appreciate it. My man wants Poch. Get him in. Ancelotti would have played 4-4-2. See, look, I'm still going. I was going to wrap this stream up. We'll do a couple more. Nice background. Thank you. Appreciate that. C Jasmine JM. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Dear, oh dear. My man obviously joined the stream late. Obviously, you didn't see the beginning of the stream. Scroll back, my friend. Where's the Ninja Turtles? We might get them on next week. They're trying to get their agent to tap me up for a fee, mate. The graphics are amazing. Thank you very much, man. Listen, I did this all by myself. I did this all by myself. But no, I didn't. I actually got someone to do the graphics. I had to try and build all the scenes together, though. It's hard. Anyway, I'm going to stop crying about it because I got it done in the end. All have a wonderful early evening. I will be back for a watch along for Belgium versus England at the Grand Dam on Twitter. Is going to be joining me, and we're going to hopefully watch England beat Belgium. Do pump the likes before you go. Thank you to everybody who has been in the chat. Thank you to everyone who's donated as well. Genuinely always appreciate that. And I'll be back again at about 7:15. Laters, peeps.